Welcome. Thank you for stopping by and choosing to listen to this message for today. My name is Kimberly, and this is from Loved Ones Tarot. I want you to go ahead and look at these two cards before you. You have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse and the Seven of Wands. Now, these two cards represent the energy that may exist within your heart, mind, body, and spirit for the month of January 2025, as well as for the first week of February 2025. When I look at these two cards, I get the sense of an overall instability. And this instability is within your heart, mind, body, and spirit for many of you, but not all. And this instability stems from some type of loss. And this loss could be, it could be a physical one, it could be a emotional one, it could be a spiritual one, or a financial loss. It's just some type of loss that has changed the quality of your life and has impacted you in a negative way. Not everyone, but for many of you. And it has affected you for a long time now. This loss is not recent. I get the sense that this loss happened a while ago, and you're just now you're still dealing with I don't want to say fallout, but you're still dealing with the the grieving process of what you lost and the process of adapting and being able to move forward in a positive way. And there is also a sense of you needing to be very self-protective, almost to the point of being too guarded. Like you may have your walls up. So some of you feel as if you have to protect your well-being, which could lead to you being seen as too guarded, but we'll see as the reading goes on. Okay, so this is your emotional state. You have the Queen of Cups, the Seven of Cups, and the Three of Swords. I see a willingness from you in January and into the first week of February, wanting to connect in a positive way, in a meaningful way with other people. You want to experience love, or at least a deeper connection. You want to give love, receive love, and you're ready to feel those good bubbly feelings. And it also includes your passion. So there may be a newfound passion for life within you. Maybe you have these big dreams or fantasies going on lately in January because of this new desire for positive emotions. So some of y'all are at a good place, and some of y'all are just starting to imagine what a good place looks like. And in your mental state, you have the Five of Wands, the Devil, and the Star. So all three of these represent what you're thinking about, what you're focused on, what your energy is like in your mind. It looks like some of y'all are trying to figure out a solution to some conflict. And this conflict could be internal within you. You're battling yourself. You're the dark side and the light side. Or even, I would say, the gray side if you're very neutral or on autopilot. Or you're having conflict externally with other people within your relationships. But overall, I do see just the need for conflict resolution, wanting to free yourself of negative patterns of behaviors of yourself, negative patterns of thoughts. Again, your own thoughts. You want to free yourself from your old self in the year 2024. And I also see a need to release yourself from negative environments or negative people, but not knowing how to create a plan. So your mind is present, your mind is on a more positive future, but there is a mental blockage, a lack of clarity on how to achieve a better life now and a better life tomorrow. Your intentions for January. You have the Knight of Cups, the Page of Pentacles, and the Eight of Swords, and they're both in reverse. So what you want people to see and believe about you. You want other people to see you as an inspiration, as someone who can breathe life back into your relationships. And in particular, some of y'all have, there's someone younger than you. This could be your child. This could be just any family member that's younger than you that you care about deeply. And they're also suffering from some type of loss. And you want to show them what life could be if they're just able to release themselves from their own negative or dark space and be able to move forward in a positive direction. So you're just wanting to be, you just want it to be motivation, inspiration, and have everyone that you care about go on this journey of positivity and light for the year 2025 with you. And down here, this is what people notice about you and what you do in your day-to-day life. You have the Four of Wands in reverse, the Queen of Pentacles, and another Queen of Pentacles. So what this double Queen means to me, what I can interpret, there's two different types of possibilities going on. Either you are someone who plays double roles. So, and what I mean by that is you play your role, what is expected of you within your relationships and within your at work perhaps. But you also play the role or you take on the responsibilities of someone else who's either gone or is slacking on their responsibilities. So you have taken on double the responsibilities, double the roles, and other people around you, in particular, your family, your relationships, people that live with you and can observe you, they see that you are struggling from performing double the responsibilities and work. And there is another possibility here. I do see for some of y'all, you are doing what you're supposed to be doing. You're performing your responsibilities, your roles, and there's another person who has equal responsibility, equal power. And this could be your partner or another family member. But y'all either are co-parenting or y'all are co-caregivers of other people who are dependent upon what you do and what you provide. And there is some conflict going on between you two. And other people in your life and at home are able to see that. And in the situation that needs to be addressed according to your loved ones on the other side, you have the Six of Cups in reverse, the Queen of Pentacles also in reverse, and the King of Cups. Again, a queen, a queen, a queen. Lots of queen energy. Not necessarily, I'm not saying necessarily you are a woman. It's just in this reading carries with it motherly energy, older energy, a nurturing energy, someone who provides for other people. They provide financially, emotionally. They bring the stability into a home. They bring the love. And they're very responsible with their finances to where they do create wealth for everyone else. And it looks like for you, for January, because the Queen is in reverse, something's going on with the way that you provide for other people. This could be you are not focused on what matters most or should matter most to you. So, lack of prioritization. It could be you're focused on either your reputation, what other people perceive about you, to the point of you're neglecting your loved ones, your family, your children, or you're neglecting taking care of your loved ones. Are you spending your resources on other things instead of your family, your partner? Or are you noticing yourself getting more into debt or buying things that you shouldn't be buying? In January, it's just a time of where what you do is not enough, and you know that, you can see that, and you're wondering why, because you could be following your routine, you could be doing everything that you're supposed to, but something's not working, and you're probably wondering why. And the people around you not only see that you're having difficulties, but they're feeling it as well, which is causing some instability within your home, within your relationships. And there is another person, your counterpart, the King of Cups. This person is very aware that you are not in the right headspace. Okay, because remember, I said mentally, you don't know how to proceed in January. Your heart is there. Your heart wants good things, wants positive things, wants better things for your life. Your mind is just not there yet. And your intentions are there. What people can notice is not. So again, this king, whoever it may be, and it could be another woman, is just someone who carries masculine energy and who has of equal power and responsibilities as you. They may be more calmer, more reserved with their voice, uh, or someone that you find comfort in. Um, it's just this person, they're aware of what you're going through and they want to help you, but you may be shutting them up. You may be shutting them out. Again, putting up those defensive walls to protect yourself from feeling pain or getting hurt again. And you're pushing this person, this King of Cups, you're pushing them away. So there could be some disconnection in January. So what can you do about that? These two cards represent the energy that you need more of for this particular situation and for the month of January in general. You have the Nine of Wands in reverse and the Empress. So according to your loved ones on the other side, they want you to not give up because you are almost there to a mental breakthrough or to having mental clarity on how to go about fixing this lowered energy that you may have, or this misplaced or misguided energy, in regards to who you are and what you do as far as your responsibilities and your role as the Queen of Pentacles. Don't give up because you are on the right path. So just keep going. And they also want to remind you that you have the capability, if it's not already within you, and if it's not already within you, you have the capability of becoming the Empress. So you may carry in this reading the energy of the Queen of Pentacles, but you have within you the capability of becoming the Empress. And this is just someone who is the mother of all mothers. They have mastered their skill sets. They are someone who can successfully be creative and inspirational. Remember in your intentions, you wanted to give inspiration to those you care about as the Knight of Cups. Now, the Knight of Cups, he's capable of creating passion, of being passionate, but he hasn't mastered that yet. He's still a work in progress. The Empress is not a work in progress. She has achieved a final form or version of herself. And she is able to take nothing and create something very beautiful. So, your loved ones on the other side want you to know that you're very capable of standing next to someone and going toe to toe and holding your own. You are of the same caliber. If you doubt yourself, and I didn't say this before, but in for the Queen of Pentacles, the double Queen of Pentacles as well, there could be some of y'all, I do see there is this conflict between mother and stepmother, or mother and grandmother, or sister and sister. It's just two people, again, of the same, with the same power and same responsibilities. So for some of y'all, if you're doubting if you are of the same caliber and or of the same capability as the other person, or as the other Queen of Pentacles in this reading, your loved ones on the other side are saying, yes, you are of the same caliber. So please do not think differently. So go into January embracing the power of the Empress, embracing those qualities of her. Feel free to look this card up later on if you want to gain more understanding of who is the Empress. And these two cards represent the energy that you need less going into this particular situation and for January in general. Don't go into this new year thinking that the only way for you to overcome this lowered energy of the Queen of Pentacles, or fixing any conflict, or being able to just transform yourself from old patterns of behaviors or old patterns of thought processes, that you have to be very strict with yourself and strict with those around you, or withholding from expressing yourself and how you feel. It's okay to be emotional, and it's okay to express those emotions. And don't think the only way of regaining stability within you and within your relationships has to come from you placing limitations on yourself and within your relationships, or having or setting high standards that maybe are that could wind up being unfair to those you love. Moving on to what would be the most likely outcome for this situation. You have the Nine of Cups, the King of Wands in reverse, and the Ten of Wands. So it looks like for some of y'all, you're not going to be able to regain that stability that you've been looking for. You're not going to be able to connect with the King of Cups or your partner. There just seems some resistance to change, resistance to reconnecting, a resistance to move forward in a positive, more meaningful way for you in the near future. And moving on, if you need more clarity about your situation, or about your month in general, or about your year in general, this section is your words of advice from your loved ones on the other side. So this is advice 1, 2, and 3. You may relate to 1, 2, or 3, so all or none. So you have the Four of Pentacles, the Six of Cups, and the Knight of Wands, and they're all in reverse. So for advice number 1, your loved ones on the other side, they want you to know that you cannot cling to a better time. You can't cling to the memories of your past, either your past when you were younger, or the past of your children or your family. You cannot cling to what was. You'll never be able to create a vision for your future and for the future of others that depend on you. or at least you won't be able to create something positive and meaningful and beautiful for yourself and for other people. It just won't happen if you're still trying to hold on to what used to be. And for some of y'all who have high expectations or high standards that you put on yourself and you put on your family, it's just not going to work. What used to work for you in 2024 is not going to work for you in 2025. And for advice number 2, you have the 10 of Swords, the 10 of Swords in reverse, and the 3 of Cups in reverse. So your loved ones on the other side want you to know that for some of y'all, you won't be able to release some of the pain that you feel and be able to properly move on from your past if you don't let go of some people that are not good for you, that are not beneficial, that may influence you of going back to negative patterns of behaviors and thoughts. Your journey of healing cannot continue if you stay with the same people that do not serve your best interest. And for some of y'all, your journey of healing begins when you are able to release yourself from the older version of you, the older version of you that continues to do these old patterns, negative patterns of behaviors. I do see for some of you, there are people in your life that are not supportive of what you expect and what you do. And you have this feeling of, well, they should be. I'm doing everything I'm supposed to. I don't see why they shouldn't support me. You have to let that way of thinking go, because your perspective may be a little too self-centered, and you're going to have to practice gaining perspective, gaining compassion and empathy for other people, and looking at the bigger picture with those you have a relationship with, and being able to just be honest and have accountability. And for advice number 3, you have the 2 of Swords in reverse, the King of Pentacles, and the Hanged Man. So for some of y'all who are very self-protective or self-defensive, very guarded, you have your walls up, you're putting boundaries around you and those you love. If you find yourself avoiding the people that you love, or avoiding the possibility of reconnecting in a deeper, more meaningful way as a way to protect yourself, your loved ones on the other side, they want you to stop avoiding having to connect with your partner. Whoever's the King of Cups in this situation in January, your loved ones on the other side want you to stop avoiding. Or at least, if you cannot right away communicate with this person, communicate within yourself. Have a conversation with yourself. Meditate, self-reflect. Just take a quiet moment to talk to you, check in with your heart, and figure out what it is that you really want in regards to this relationship, whoever the King of Cups is, okay? And up here is your weekly outlook. You have the first week of January, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and the first week of February. Now, this may be specific for you or it may not be. This is just information for you to take with you in case something does come up that you're just a little more prepared. If you're someone that doesn't like predictions, that's okay. Fast forward to your word of encouragement to give you some motivation and inspiration. For the first week of January, you have the 4 of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups, and they're both in reverse. Notice that you have the Knight of Cups in your intentions and what you wanted people to see and believe about you. It looks like you won't be able to become the Knight of Cups and to connect with other people in a meaningful and positive way for you to express your passion and creativity. And it looks like there is some overcompensating for what you don't have. So if you're someone who is lacking financially, you may find yourself overspending in order to please other people, or you may be overpromising with resources you just don't have. And these resources could include your finances, but it also includes your your effort, your presence, your attention, your focus. So you may be overpromising any one of those, and when you don't have it to give. And for those who may be financially stable, or they're at a place in life where they feel like they don't need other people, they don't need a relationship or to work on their relationships, you may find yourself putting up walls or being guarded and refusing to connect when an opportunity presents itself with other people. So you deny yourself, you deny your emotions in order not to look at what you're missing. And in the second week of January, you have the Chariot and the Hierophant in reverse. So it looks like you're going to find yourself motivated to do things differently than how you've been doing them. And this is in regards to your partner or someone in your life that you're wanting to connect with, reconnect with. You're going to connect with this person in a different way. That sort of breaks up the routine of your life. And in the third week of January, you have the Ace of Wands and the Emperor both in reverse. It looks like you may regress back to a darker place and time for yourself. So you may start to repeat negative patterns of behaviors, negative patterns of thoughts, and you could lose control over your emotions, so some instability. You may find yourself not getting along or being on the same page with other people in your life, being even more stubborn or rigid with how a relationship goes or how a relationship progresses. You may be controlling what is and what is not acceptable. And in the fourth week of January, you have the World in reverse and the Knight of Pentacles. So you may find yourself realizing the 2024 version of yourself has to stay in 2024 in order for you to focus on other things in your life. So you may take on a different role, and this role may not be as successful or as powerful or has as many responsibilities as the role that you do now in 2024, but it's in order for you to gain some type of self-transformation, some type of level of achievement that you haven't had yet. Okay. In the first week of February, you may find yourself grieving your past, how things used to be, if they, a time in your life that was good or better, more positive. You may find yourself grieving the old version of you from 2024, or missing other people that were left behind in 2024, or other years before that. You may be thinking about the people that you have lost physically, emotionally. But definitely the first week of February is a week of self-reflection. And whether that will be beneficial to you or not is, again, up to you. And for your word of encouragement from your loved ones on the other side, you have the Knight of Swords in reverse, and the Five of Cups in reverse. Your loved ones, I believe they want you to know that if in January you are concerned about the fact that you're having a difficult time moving on from your past. And you're worried about this new year repeating the last year and the year before that and the year before that. Your loved ones on the other side, they just want you to know that January is not necessarily about you moving on from your past. The month of January is for you to focus on your journey of self-discovery and self-transformation. And whatever that may entail or require of you is for you to figure out. But you're not supposed to have all the answers and everything solved by January. In time will come that experience gained. In time will come that wisdom. So give yourself some grace and patience. And if you have gained any clarity for this reading, please subscribe if you haven't, or just keep on coming back. And with that said, to all my Pisces, take care.